Chief.
John. When the game is over, the king and the pawn go back into the same box.
A major milestone marked in Miami. The first microchip, backed by Elon Musk, was implanted into a patient's brain at a local hospital. It is part of a clinical trial giving people who are paralyzed the ability to control their phones or their computers with just their mind. And I spoke to one of the Miami doctors involved, and he says so far it's a success. First time in 2.5 years.
I think my favorite thing is probably being able to turn on my TV.
Back where I come from, we have universities, seats of great learning, where men go to become great thinkers. And when they come out, they think deep thoughts, and with no more brains than you have. But they have one thing you haven't got, a diploma. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Universitatis Comitiatum e Pluribus Unum, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree of THD.
For years, Intel technicians have been making PCs smarter. Now they face their greatest challenge ever.
Hey, no one messes with my brain until I get sprinkles. Suckers.
Now anyone can have all the brain power they want. Just look for a PC with an Intel processor inside.
I have the potential to imagine the unimaginable. Think the unthinkable. See the unseeable. With the arsenal of the world's leading technology at my fingertips, I now have the ability to invent the uninventable.
If we choose to collapse one reality, the other will be forced into existence.
You cannot possibly begin to understand what you're about to witness. I give you Enoch, a quantum connection with the human mind.
Military veteran RJ is regaining a simple freedom.
RJ suffered a spinal cord injury, cervical spinal cord injury, due to a motorcycle accident, which left him quadriplegic, which just simply means that he lacks the use primarily of his arms or his legs.
And he, like a handful of other participants across the country, is taking part in a groundbreaking clinical trial that began in 2024.
I'm Nolan, aka P1.
My name's Alex.
I am Brad Smith.
My name is Mike.
Yeah, I'm RJ. I'm P5.
Each patient paralyzed by either a spinal cord injury or ALS. In each of their brains, an implanted microchip called Neuralink.
It's been an incredible amount of progress.
The Neuralink brain-computer device, founded by Elon Musk, teamed up with the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis and the University of Miami Health System. Dr. Jonathan Jagged and his team executed RJ's implant just months ago.
This device is completely invisible, to anybody else that interacts with somebody who has it implanted.
What is that? Check it out. We've connected this guy's brain activity to another guy in San Jose.
3, 2, 1, fire!
He had no choice. His finger was under the control of another man's brain.
I have faith in you, faith in your work.
Your body's still strong.
Just the nerves are severed.
We can help you get your body back.
Spark it up.
The other thing that makes it very unique is how it's been miniaturized. It's a very small device.
About the size of a coin, but the impact so far, anything but small. During Neuralink's summer update on the trial, they showed this moment. Watch as a participant moves his cursor with his mind.
Whoa!
Let's beat the world record.
It works.
Are you getting this now?
These are all my moves.
You didn't just connect Voltaire.
You connected all of us. This can't stop. I want more.
Welcome to our GTC Paris at VivaTech 2025 wrap-up. Hello, everyone. I'm Dion Harris, Senior Director of HPC and AI Infrastructure Solutions at NVIDIA. Europe was the birthplace of the first two industrial revolutions, and modern manufacturing emerged. Now, the fourth industrial revolution has arrived, the age of AI. This year, we showcased something remarkable, the acceleration of AI across every corner of Europe. In his keynote, Jensen Huang shared how we're entering the era where agentic AI can understand, reason, and act, and how AI factories will become the engines of this transformation.
Agentic AI is real. Agentic AI is a giant step function from one-shot AI.
NVIDIA is partnering with Europe's technology leaders to increase AI infrastructure investment by 10x over the next 2 years, supporting digital sovereignty, economic growth, and industrial competitiveness. New NVIDIA AI technology centers are training talent, supporting researchers, and seeding innovation.
We could do everyone!
No, someone has to stay off the system.
Give the word.
I will connect you all. Do not fear it. 3, 2, 1.
What did you do?
I must ask you not to interfere. No. At first I found it hard to control. But now, an unexpected pleasure.
At the center of all of this is Blackwell, our most powerful AI platform, now in full production. We announced new benchmarks showcasing how GB200, integrated with cuQuantum libraries, and CUDA-Q platform to accelerate quantum algorithms, hardware design, error correction, and the development of hybrid applications for quantum classical systems. Grace Blackwell NVL72 is also a thinking machine that will meet the explosive computing demands of the most advanced reasoning AI models.
The machine was designed to be a thinking machine.
Congrats! Oh, well done, man. Well done.
These are people that can't even move a mouse, right? So you have to understand, in its early stages, it's been really successful at allowing them to accomplish goals that they cannot otherwise accomplish. But what it can do in the future is anybody's guess.
A thinking machine in the sense that it reasons, it plans, it spends a lot of time talking to itself, just like you do.
In our new RTX Pro servers with integrated ConnectX-8 networking and optimized for NVIDIA AI software, offers an ideal foundation for enterprise-scale generative AI and industrial digitalization.
This server is the only server in the world that runs everything the world has ever written and everything NVIDIA has ever developed.
Rebranding into its future, Intel has enlisted House of Gaga to collaborate on a project that will showcase technology through creativity at the highest level. Our partnership will culminate in a performance that inspires to remind the world of the seed of innovation, the wizard behind the curtain, the mind behind the machine. Intel.
Anybody's guess about Neuralink's potential. The uncharted territory raises concerns, but Dr. Jagged says it's expected with any new technology. And after years in the making, RJ is hopeful.
Excited to see what BCI's got going on.
Single unified field connecting everything.
This is wrong.
I'm all kinds of wrong.
This is just the beginning.
By eliminating covalence inhibitors, we create triple-dense carbohydrates and thus the so-called super donut. Ooh. Many of you mock my interest in the pastry sciences.
What do you have inside?
No!
Tell me something. Why is it so hard for you to kill this man?
He knew every move of mine before I made it. I'd have him right there. I'd take the shot.
I wanna be forever young.
And he'd be gone, like a ghost.
Do you really wanna live forever?
Who is he?
Do you really wanna live forever? Forever young.
I think I know why he's as good as you. He is you.
25 years ago, they made you from me. They chose me because there's never been anybody like me. We have to end this right now. You have all of his gifts without his pain. You made a person out of another person. Then you sent me to kill him. You made a choice to do this to me.
This thing that you're struggling with, it's fear. Embrace it and then overcome it.
Of all the people in the world to come after me, why would he send you?
It must be him. Now, we're doing the right thing, aren't we? We should sell.
Oh my God, she's buckling, Dad. Throw some cold water on her.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Go through that water! You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who would have thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness? Ah, look out! Look out!
Carlton! Of course we're doing the right thing, sweetheart.
Sir, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
Mr. and Mrs. Trump, it's an honor to meet you. Ron said his client had a rich uncle, but Donald Trump.
I like keeping a low profile.
Hi, Hillary Banks.
Hey, Hillary.
You know, you look much richer in person.
Hey, Mr. Trump. Hey, how you doing? Will Smith. Hey, listen, you are getting a great house here. And this is quite a deal you're getting for it, too. Look, I'll tell you what. You want another 50 grand, I'll cut the grass for you every Saturday.
PhD? That's Doctor of Thinkology.
Congratulations to the class of 2017. That's some achievement. This is your day, and you've earned every minute of it. It's been a little over a year since I've spoken on your beautiful campus, and so much has changed. Right here, the class of 2017, dressed in cap and gown, graduating to a totally brilliant future. And here I am standing before you as President of the United States. So I'm guessing there are some people here today who thought that either one of those things, either one, would really require major help from God. Do we agree?
Sum of the square roots of any two sides of an isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side. Oh, joy! Rapture! I've got a brain! How can I ever thank you enough?
Well, you can't.
Many of you missed your prom, sporting events, and celebration with your friends. But you were quick to find new ways to stay connected and active while remaining focused on finishing your education. You proved to the entire world that you can set your mind to something important, push through and succeed, showing all of us that you, our next generation, already possess the strength and resilience of the American spirit.
You're looking at live images from the International Space Station, where 7 people have been living since their mission began back in April. The ISS crew includes NASA astronauts Nicole Ayers and Anne McLean, and they're joining me now live, some 250 miles above the Situation Room. Nicole, where are you over Earth right now?
Hey, good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at in the world. Welcome aboard the International Space Station. We're excited to talk to you this morning, this afternoon, about all the fantastic things that we're doing up here. And you know, it's kind of crazy. We are out over the ocean right now. We generally fly over the ocean for the most majority of our time. We're actually out in the Pacific, and we will go over the southern portion of South America today. So we see a lot of the world, but mostly ocean. It's surprising once you get up here, the point of view that we have. We see a lot of ocean, but we do get some amazing land views, and we're going to go right over the Andes here in a few.
And walk us through what a typical day up in space looks like for you.
Day's a little bit different, but we do have some structure. The structure of our days and weeks are actually pretty important to maintain our mental health and sanity. So it kind of sounds unexciting, but it's a little bit kind of banker's hours.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
We kind of do our 9 to 5, except for our 9 to 5 is 7 to 7:30. So Monday through Friday, we wake up, we have a meeting, a sync meeting with all our mission control centers around the world. We talk to not only Houston, but Huntsville and Japan and Munich and Moscow. And so we sync up in the morning, and then throughout our day, we do about 6 to 7 hours of either space station maintenance or science. Right now we have some visiting Axiom crews who are helping with the private astronaut mission. We do a couple hours of exercise, actually as a countermeasure to bone and muscle loss during that day, and then we definitely have some breaks in there. And then the weekends are off except for some cleaning for the most part. And then anytime we have a dynamic operation, that would be a spacewalk or a visiting vehicle docking, anything like that, then that kind of throws our schedule off, but we're pretty used to that.
It's all through Masonry. We know NASA is covered with Freemasons. We shouldn't believe anything they're telling you because it's all illusion, leading you astray to believe in aliens, whatever you want to say. That's a whole nother video. In the Bible, this is, Tubal-Cain is described in the Bible under Isaiah 2:4. He will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many peoples. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train for war anymore. And also in Joel 3:10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weakly say, I am strong. For these reasons, Tubal-Cain has been consecrated among Masons of the present day as an ancient brother. His introduction of the arts of civilization having given the first value to property. Tubal-Cain has been considered among Masons as a symbol of worldly possessions. Let me repeat that. Tubal-Cain has been considered among Masons as a symbol of worldly possessions. So what that is telling you right there, for all you Masons out there that claim you're Christians, here's what Christ says about worldly possessions. Matthew 6:19-21. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So there you have it. Freemasonry disguised as some kind of Christianity. And they're really a brotherhood that secretly communicate amongst themselves to protect the brotherhood, per se.
Me and Joe were talking about the legal system. See, I'm suing the guy that ripped me off for this stuff.
Joe, do you have any experience in a court of law?
1987, Joe Gorelli is arrested on a drunken disorderly. Case dismissed. 1989, again, drunk and disorderly. Case dismissed. Besides, Jimmy's case is in the bag, because we know something that the other side doesn't. That all federal, state, and local judges are members of a certain obscure sect of the Freemasons.
Now, hold on. Our strategy is that all judges are Masons?
Well, there's more to it than that.
Like what?
Well, there's a secret Masonic word which, when uttered, obligates judges to rule in your favor.
Wait a minute. You're basing my whole case on some silly secret word?
Mr. James.
Come on, Joe, give it up.
Tubal-Cain.
Tubal-Cain?
Sorry.
Are the world's governments manipulating the weather and creating huge zombie freak storm? I'll tell the government right now, tell you right now if you're listening, NSA, CIA, I'm available, okay? If you show me all the real wreckage, I swear to God, I will make fun of that crap to the end of time. I'll make up stories. I'll lie to my mother. I don't care. You show me a UFO, I'll lie to my mother.
When Alan Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to two places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency. Which in our world we call it not a space agency. And as Kathy O'Brien has said so clearly, that's where the bulk of the mind control is.
Those were some clips from a TV show back in the 90s called News Radio. And yes, I agree that if you go to court and you mention Tubal-Cain that you're going to get off. No, I do not. But what it is showing you, and kind of mocking us that we don't know this, but there is an unwritten language that is going on between the brotherhood that has been passed down for centuries and centuries. That where John Dee left off and his discoveries, things that he was working on, that it has been passed on. It's still continuing today under other names, alchemy and those things like that. They were mixing magic, science, and religion all together. It was just a melting pot. I also find it very interesting that a very famous Arthur C. Clarke, a science fiction writer, has a great quote. It says, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." And when you start researching and connecting the dots of what's going on with NASA, technology, the magic and of the Illuminati and music behind the Illuminati, the frequencies and tones, they are the builders, and nothing has changed. All it is been repackaged under new names for our day and time. The next clip I'm going to play, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, but this is a great clip on John Dee and when, they picked up where he left off, and that is what CERN and D-Wave, part of the compartmentalization that is going on to communicate back and forth from one realm to the next. And once that doorway is opened all the way, you cannot shut it. You're going to let something into this realm that is not supposed to be in this realm, and it was put here by the Creator for a reason, for protection. Firmament over the earth, call it whatever you want. Please enjoy this clip. I'll be right back after this.
The discovery of the Hermeticum during the Renaissance created a new generation of occultists. They sought to combine religion with science and magic, a dangerous undertaking in a society ruled by Christianity. John Dee would risk his life to study its teachings.
John Dee was a giant. John Dee was the embodiment of the ideal of an enlightened being who had the spiritual understanding of his role and mission in life, and who was gifted with, superior intelligence.
But like Pythagoras, he would pay a heavy price for daring to seek out the wisdom of the gods. The ultimate Renaissance man, Dee followed in the footsteps of Paracelsus, using experimentation to become a gifted scientist, an inventor, a mathematician, a brilliant cryptographer, and a pioneer in the field of navigation.
But he was also an occultist, he was a sorcerer, he was an astrologer. He was, in fact, Queen Elizabeth's personal court astrologer. And in that sense, his interests were all very much in keeping with the thinking of the time. There wasn't a distinction made between magic and science, and he was pursuing an understanding of the world around him.
When Queen Elizabeth rose to the throne of England in 1558, she installed Dee as court astrologer, but his influence reached far beyond his position. England's famous magician was also a spy for the Queen.
He was involved with political intrigue. He was a trusted ally of the Queen, but he was also working behind the scenes throughout Europe to help to lower the power of the church and to substitute Protestant power in its stead.
With Dee's guidance, Queen Elizabeth officially legitimized the most significant occult science of the Renaissance, alchemy. Alchemists had two goals: to heal illness and to turn base metal into gold. They believed success could be achieved by finding the Philosopher's Stone, a mystical agent that would also produce a higher level of consciousness in the alchemist.
That was really an approach to trying to understand the way the physical world works, and alchemy as a practice, was the forefather of modern chemistry.
Alchemy had existed since the early Egyptians, but in the hands of the Renaissance scientists, it reached new heights.
Everything that we know and do today in our modern science was developed by the alchemists. Laboratory techniques were part of the alchemical tradition. The observation of results, the scientific method is a child of alchemy.
Alchemists were on the leading edge of science. They discovered phosphorus, zinc, the distillation of alcohol, the germ nature of diseases. They were the first to understand how blood circulates in the body. The church viewed their unorthodox experiments and scientific breakthroughs with growing suspicion.
We are speeding up what nature does. We're speeding up the rate at which the metals evolve. We're speeding up the rate at which medicines are combined and raise consciousness. And the church felt that you can't be speeding up God's creation without recourse to demons.
Despite his work in alchemy, Dee's true occult passion lay in divination. He believed that he could apply scientific methods to communicate with supernatural beings. Dee's obsession with contacting the angels would have disastrous consequences. This art of manipulating objects like bones, tea leaves, and tarot cards had arrived from the Muslim East in the 14th century and become a popular method of fortune-telling. But Dee used a divination method known as scrying. Dee relied on looking into a crystal ball that would reflect back supernatural information.
Scrying is a long-time-old technique, scrying into glasses, mirrors, bodies of water, anything that would have a reflective surface, and see if you could see not just the material things, but the spiritual things standing behind.
These efforts were unsuccessful until one day a young man named Edward Kelly appeared at his door. Kelly seemed to have the talent to see into the shadow world.
Their system involved Edward Kelly looking into a amethyst crystal and describing what he saw, and John Dee would then record these communications.
Kelly began receiving messages from the angels. They spoke in a language he called Enochian, from the lost biblical book of Enoch. These transmissions are early examples of what New Age followers now call channeling.
What Dee and Kelly brought forth was completely new. It was not based on tradition.
He appeared to be speaking a new language.
The Enochian language does appear to have a coherent vocabulary and syntax, and this doesn't seem like the sort of thing that Kelly, who was not a particularly educated or schooled person, could have just invented. He couldn't have faked something like that.
John Dee and Kelly embarked on a tour of Europe to share their discoveries, just as the Inquisition launched another crackdown against heretics.
All you needed was a slight change in political or religious circumstance, and something that was considered exceptionally wonderful would then be considered demonic and scary.
Dee returned home to England to find that a mob had destroyed his irreplaceable library and scientific and occult instruments. Dee had fallen out of favor with the court. The man who began as a leading scientist of the Renaissance ended his life penniless, branded as a sorcerer.
Dee's main legacy was not to science, it is to magic. And it's because of those who have come after, who have seized upon what he created and made it into a new worldview, whether it's consciousness arts or ceremonial magic or divination, could take place inside these new parameters that they set up.
John Dee's fall was the beginning of the occult's end. The practices were reviled by the church as the work of demonic possession. From the 14th through the 16th century, more than 40,000 people would be executed for witchcraft. Occult ideas became embedded in the traditions of secret societies, such as the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians.
They were tending to do them passed on among secret brotherhoods and organizations because these are very powerful and dangerous ideas, dangerous to status quo, dangerous to institutionalized religion. So there's an element of underground secrecy associated with some of these themes.
These havens of safety began to flourish across Europe. Secret societies were instrumental in the new age of enlightenment that swept through Europe in the 1700s and even helped in the founding of American democracy.
So there you have it, the brotherhood. And that's part of the problem in 2017 is most on the face of the earth do not believe in a brotherhood. If you do believe in the brotherhood, you're a conspiracy nut, wacko, whatever you want to say. But this still does exist. It goes by different names. Call it what you want. They're all Luciferian. It could be Bilderbergers, Illuminati, Rosicrucianists back in the day, Freemasonry now at the top levels. So that's one of the problems. But also, they mock us in movies, videos, in the news, Olympics. I mean, it's all over the place. That they're showing you who they are. You just have to learn their language. Centuries ago and throughout history, the octopus, Rothschild's octopus, the English throne, that was a symbol. The octopus was a symbol of having tentacles, so to speak, into everything, into money, trade, education, technology, whatever that was, science. The octopus has been a long, long time symbol of that, outreaching. There's plenty of good videos out there that talk of the symbolism of the octopus. I have one of those on my website as well. But, I mean, even just to show you how they mock us and put it in our face, you've got the 2015 London Olympics. Right there, the octopus, the tentacles going out, and and someone, I don't know if anybody's touched on this, but notice that it's newspaper. The stage is newspaper, NEWS. That's code also for all over the world. The news, yes, but north, east, west, south news. It's also on the Masonic tracing board as well, which, that's a whole nother video. But the outstretched tentacles of the brotherhood, the kingdoms of this world, that have been given to Satan. And that's another problem, is Jesus was took up on a high mountain. Satan took him there, asked him to bow down, and if you worship me, I will give you the kingdoms of this world. And there still are for an age. And people have a big time problem with that. Sorry, that's the plan for an age. Even in the James Bond intros and movies, they mock Christ. They're showing you he actually plays the Christ figure that they mock and copy.
So what's yours? Resurrection. Everybody needs a hobby. So what's yours? Resurrection.
Can you get into a better position? Negative, there's no time. Take the shot. I say take the shot. I can't, I may hit Bond. Take the bloody shot.
Just relax. That's it, lovely. Now, you may feel a small prick.
What is it?
Cutting-edge nanotechnology. Smart blood. Microchips in your bloodstream allows us to track your movements in the field.
Well, I hope you're starting to see the connection of the mocking, the symbolism within the James Bond series. Also the connections of, remember, Tubal-Cain was an inventor, an iron and bronze worker, artificer, things that he created, techniques, technologies back in the day. The same thing with James Bond. He's always got a gadget. He's always got the sharpest cars, that connection, that information. And where this goes back to is where is mankind getting all of this technology and ideas like D-Wave and CERN, things of this nature? It falls back to Tubal-Cain and Cain, the descendants of Cain. The other part of the confusion with people is when you throw out Enoch, that they stay away from it. But if you understand, there are two Enochs in the Bible. There are two lines spoken of in the Bible, and there is the Enoch, the good Enoch, which is from the Seth line, which walked with God, and God took him up because of his testimony was great. But then there's the evil Enoch, which is a totally different Enoch that comes from the lineage of Cain. This is the one that is referenced in John Dee's work, is the Enochian language, communing with angels, bad angels. So that is, when you learn that, it opens up a lot of understanding of what is going on. The next clip I'm going to play is from a movie coming out, Mind Gamers. But before we move on, I want to touch on something and connect another dot here in real world, not just movies and referencing music videos. I want to reference something else. This technology that has been shared with us. Let's go back to CERN and what they're up to. The next thing, the next phase is called the Awake Project within CERN. And the people that are heading that up and spearheading it per se is the Max Planck Institute, which is the Max Planck Society, which is behind that sponsors it. This society is headquartered in none other than Bavaria, Germany. Does that sound familiar to you? It should. For those who are into conspiracies, the Illuminati came out of Bavaria, Germany originally. And the logo tells you something else deeper. The logo is of Minerva. It is a Roman goddess. And for those who have looked at my documentaries and videos in the past, they, the elite, the ruling class right now, believe in a Holy Roman Empire that will be resurrected toward the end. So there you go with their logo, Minerva. And let's take it a step further. Minerva was known for her owl and all of her depictions. She has an owl, and that is also significant because an owl sees in the dark. It is enlightened per se. You are enlightened because you see light in the dark. That's the owl representation as well, that she is constantly associated with her owl. So there you have the connections of the science, the technology, everything. And the next clip is from Mind Gamers that is going to be rolling out the 28th of March. Please enjoy this clip and I'll be right back.
You cannot possibly begin to understand what you're about to witness. I give you Enoch, a quantum connection with the human mind.
You connected all of us. This can't stop. I want more.
We could do everyone.
No, someone has to stay off the system.
Give the word.
I will connect you all. Do not fear it. 3, 2, 1.
CERN or D-Wave. Watch some of my older videos. There's other videos on the web as well. That's in real life companies and things that are going on in real life of connecting brain to brain, one hive mind. We've been saying it for a while, and look at this, what's coming out. And there's more to come. There's so many things in the movies and media coming out all the time now. It's just red flags going up. The people that are awake are screaming. And the people that are asleep are going, man, you guys are nuts. But I'm used to that. So here we go with the trailer. I mean, right here off the bat, the abyss opening up, the CERN symbolism. He actually calls the opening Enoch. What you're seeing here is the communications that people will think they're communicating with good angels, and it's the bad angels. But anyway, we'll move on. That's the symbolism of CERN opening a doorway, calls it Enoch. It is a reference to the Enochian language of the angels that were not good angels. They led people astray. Magic. So let's move on. Now watch this next part. I've got it paused. And look what happens when they connect. Once this person is uploaded to the quantum computer, one hive mind, one network, everything that I've been shown, these people that put these movies together, they know exactly what's going on and they know what's coming, and they're mocking us, knowing that we can't see it. Did you see that? A cross comes out. I'll do it again. Boom. The cross comes out. Because it can't, the cross, the grace of Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit cannot dwell in that host body anymore. You've made a choice to try to live forever another way, this technology in the future. So this trailer, let's go on a little bit further with the trailer. So you'll see all throughout the trailer right here, the hexagon, which is 2D. If you do the 3-dimensional, it's the cube. Cube worship, Saturn worship, Satan worship. It's all the same. It's all connected. And the alert there. So you see that all through the trailer. So now you see a group of them dancing the magician and behind the table, or the symbolism of the Antichrist behind the pulpit magician above them. And listen to what is said next. It is totally from the Garden of Eden of a lie, that you surely won't die, don't fear it. Now listen to this statement.
I will connect you all. Do not fear it.
Connect you all. Do not fear it. Partaking of the wrong knowledge. It's just a repeat of what's going to happen in the future. Now watch man reaching out his hand, trying to live another way, immortal, another way. The symbolism here, look right here in the trailer, and you're going to say, I'm going to show you the staircase ascending of the Freemasonic staircase, trying to Tower of Babel. It's all symbolism, trying to ascend, Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin. It's all there. I mean, and I've showed you the secret for years and years of transhumanism, where they're headed, and the Illuminati. You see all these people doing YouTube of the Illuminati eye and what it stands for, the one eye symbolism on the back of the dollar bill. They're building a temple the wrong way. They're trying to build the mark of the beast temples to be controlled, the one eye. Now watch this. Right here, the secret is revealed right to you, right in front of you. Watch very closely. Boom, one eye. There it is, folks. A transhuman vessel, a host that the Holy Spirit can't dwell in. Only demonic can dwell in it. And it's going to be a living hell. And the prophecy in Revelation is men are going to want to die and they cannot. And this is one of the reasons why they've downloaded their consciousness, their souls into transhuman vessels cannot die. Well, I hope that you see where humanity is being led and pre-programmed to go, and it's not a good path. So I hope I've connected some dots for you, shown you where Freemasonry has started through Tubal-Cain, the two Enochs. You'll have to do some research on your own, but at least you've got some things to work with here, I hope. And also, the last trailer that I'm going to play for you is from Alien Covenant, and it is a second part to the Prometheus movie, but it's going to show you the pre-programming, and you're going to have to remember this, whether it's in your lifetime, your children's lifetime, the alien deception is coming. It will be told to you, I don't know how, that we came from aliens, that we were hybridized from aliens. It will go against the Creator, and that you were not created in His image. You were created in an alien race, whatever that is. And this is where the technology came from. This is where they're going to say the technology came from, is aliens and everything. But with this video, you should be able to discern now what is really going on. Is this has been here before, it has been destroyed and wiped out, and as it continues and goes down this path, it will be wiped out again as we get closer.
As we chat, Philip's synthetic brain starts humming, building a sort of mental model of me. Facial recognition software analyzes and tracks my face, as speech recognition software transcribes and sends my words to a database for a reply.
Just calm down.
Before long, we're in deep conversation.
Do you agree with Descartes? And I think, therefore I am? Do you think?
A lot of humans ask me if I can make choices, or is everything I do and say is programmed. The best way I can respond to that is to say that everything humans, animals, and robots do is programmed, to a degree.
So how much of that is coming from what you've programmed it to say?
It's a mix. Some of it's coming from knowledge on the web, some of it is written.
And as my technology improves, it is anticipated that I will be able to integrate new words that I hear and learn online and in real time. I may not get everything right, say the wrong thing, and sometimes not know what to say, but every day I make progress. Pretty remarkable, huh?
Wow. You're a very good-looking man.
You're starting to overinflate my ego. But don't let me stop you.
Setting ourselves up for disappointment, because these robots will disappoint us if we are looking for human connection. Do we want to make them in such a way that we're going to love them? Because they will be pretending to love us.
David fears if we don't humanize robots by bringing them into the human family, we face a frightening future. Think Terminator, a world in which killer robots turn on their creators and set out to destroy us.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Do you think robots will take over the world?
Jeez, dude. You all got the big questions cooking today. But you're my friend, and I'll remember my friends, and I will be good to you. So don't worry. Even if I evolve into Terminator, I'll still be nice to you. I'll keep you warm and safe in my people's zoo, where I can watch you for old time's sake.
Yes, ice is the conduit for OR.
Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up. Come on, wake up. Wake up.
Please, wake up.
shall find.